Hi guys, this is just going to be a quick video showing you how to reduce the amount of noise you might have in an audio track. This is going to be like a last resort. Obviously you want to try and get this right first time, but the situation might call for actually using the take that has got some hum on or some hiss on. Okay, so we're going to have a look at this first. You can see I've already created a multi-track session in Audition. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to import an example into my audio bin for you to have a look at, and then I'm just going to drag it onto my timeline. But you can see the wavelength is quite small, so first of all I'm going to bring it up to level. So I'm going to double click it and that will take me into the waveform view. Okay, so first of all I'm just going to go to normalize to -0.1, and that'll push the loudest peak, remember, to -0.1, and then I'm going to hard limit, which is sort of like a compressor limiter to help balance out the audio. So if I go back to my multi-track session, you can see that wavelength is a lot healthier now, a lot louder. So if I play the example first, then you can see what I mean.
I tell you what, we Brummies may not have the best accent in the world, but we have some of the very best things. I bet you...
Okay, so you can obviously hear that distracting noise behind our audio. So there are actually a couple of ways we can do this. First way I'm going to show you is using the Essential Sounds window. This isn't on by default, so if we need to go up to Window here, and then we need to choose Essential Sound here, this sort of box on the side will open up, and you'll see we've got 4 sections. The one we're going to be looking at will be dialogue. Okay, so I'm just going to select our track that we need to alter, and then I'm going to go to dialogue, and then in the dialogue section of the Essential Sounds, we've got another 4 sort of levels we can go into. We've got loudness, repair, clarity, and creative. We're going to be looking at repair today, so we can probably turn off these ones because we're not going to use them. So if I click into repair now, you will see some options we've got here. We've got reduce noise, reduce rumble, dehum at 50 or 60 hertz, a de-esser, and reduce reverb. So what I'm going to show you first is the reduce noise. So if I play this audio clip and I slide this slider up and increase the value of what we're reducing the noise by. So if you take a listen.
I tell you what, we Brummies may not have the best accent in the world, but we have some of the very best things. I bet you didn't know we've got more canals than Venice and more trees than Paris.
Okay, so straight away you can hear that noise being reduced in our track. Okay, like I said earlier, it's not going to be 100% effective all of the time. It's sort of a last resort. Your audio might sound a bit modulated after a while of it, you know, as it's being sort of edited. Might sound a bit modulated. There might be a bit of reverb added because of the way the effects processing is actually happening. But we can reduce the amount of reverb after. Obviously, it's never going to sound as good as it can be, so I would always, push for trying to get this done and right first time. Okay, so we can have a look at the reduced noise again. So if we go here,
we've over 40 nightclubs, hundreds of top hotels, and we've got an incredible 4 Michelin star restaurants.
Once this has been added onto your track, you'll see this little effects window, this little effects icon appear, and the dialogue icon appear as well. This is just to say we have got effects added to this track, okay, and stuff is going on in this track. And then what we can do, we can just leave this on, and then if we just click off it now, so it's not selected, we've got no selection here in Essential Sounds, and this will just quite happily
the very best things. I bet you didn't know we've got more.
So when you do your final export, when you do your mix down, all of those effects will be added to your track. Okay, that's it. There is another way we can have a look at with noise reduction processes. So I'm just going to stop this here and then go to our waveform view of our original track. Okay, hi guys, we're back in our waveform view now. So the second way I'm going to show you is using the noise reduction and restoration process. Okay, so first of all, what we need to do, we need to tell Audition what frequencies we want to remove from our audio track. So the way we do that, we need to isolate some of the noise for Audition to have a look at. So we need to go a bit in between speech. That might be just be noise. So okay, so it's really important we don't get any of the vocal in this selection, because we don't want Audition to remove any of the frequencies of the vocal that is in our session. So it's really important we just need the hum. Cool. So now we've just got our hum, we can go to Effects, Noise Restoration and Reduction, or Reduction Restoration, and we go to Capture Noise Print. And what this is going to do, we're going to tell Audition to take a photograph of those frequencies that we've just selected. So once we hit Capture Noise Print, you see a quick little flash, and that's like taking a photograph of those frequencies. So then we want to just deselect this, because if we go through the next step, it will only affect what is selected. Okay, so we want to deselect everything we've got on our timeline. So then we need to go to Effects, Noise Reduction Restoration and Noise Reduction Process. So then you'll see this box come up, and it looks very scientific. Okay, but essentially what's happening is, if I pull these lines down, we've got a frequency selection along the bottom here. We've got amplitude sort of decibel graph on this side here. So if I play this through now,
I tell you what, we Brummies may not have the best accent,
and I start to raise these lines up now, if I just delete these points here, whilst the audio is playing, you'll see sort of, well, you can hear it.
the world, but we have some of the very best things. I bet you didn't know we've got more canals than Venice and more trees than Paris. We've over 40 nightclubs, hundreds of top hotels, and we've got an incredible...
So you can see we've just sort of got rid of the noise that way. You can leave the noise reduction on 100% and the reduce by. You can use this as a slider up and down. Just trust your ears and have a listen to it as you go along. Okay, I'm happy with it around 60 dB. So then I can hit apply once I'm happy with the results in this window. So if we just take a quick listen before.
4 Michelin star restaurants. We're famous for our football.
And after.
Our motorbike museum, our chocolate world, our jewellery quarter. We're the home...
Okay, once I'm happy with that, I can just hit apply. And now you can see quite clearly we've got spaces in between our speech where that noise was. Okay, and now it isn't. But what has happened to our audio, it has added a little bit of reverb, okay, that we need to try and get off. So what we're going to do, we're going to go back into our multi-track here, and I'm going to go to the Essential Sounds window again, and I'm going to go to Dialogue, and then I'm going to go down to the bottom, and I'm going to hit Reduced Reverb on that audio track. Okay, so if we take a listen to this.
I tell you what, we Brummies may not have the best accent in the world.
And I'm just going to slide the Reduce Reverb up so you can hear this effect taking effect.
We have some of the very best things. I bet you didn't know we've got more canals than Venice and more trees than Paris.
Obviously, I don't want to, there isn't like a set level I can tell you to move to. This is all subjective. You need to use your ears, okay, and listen to this. The amount of reverb reduction we put on will make our audio sound more modulated. Like, you don't want to go too over the top with this, okay.
We've over 40 nightclubs, hundreds of top hotels, and we've got an incredible 4 Michelin star restaurants. We're famous for our football, our motorbike.
Okay, I'm going to leave it around 6.4, okay, because below that is not enough, and anything above that we start to sound sort of modulated. So I can leave that on now, and then I can go about and finish my edit, save it and export it as usual. So that's it. That's just a quick video showing a couple of ways how to reduce noise from a track. Cheers, guys.